because they have both got different values of the cost of goods sold. Remember, under Fifo, you're selling the oldest stock. Under Lifo, you're selling the latest stock. Alright? So, the value of your cost of goods sold is always going to be different. Okay? So here we're going to see how we can reconcile the profits basically. Alright? So there are two formats we can use. If you start with your FIFO profit, alright, then you subtract the cost of goods sold under Lifo minus the cost of goods sold under FIFO, you're going to get your Lifo profit. Alright? So let me just illustrate this one here with an example. Okay, so for this example here, so our information for FIFO, the profit is 43,350, the cost of goods sold 82,650. Okay, then under Lifo, profit 43,200, cost of goods sold 82,800. Okay, so these are the main reasons why the profits are different. The sales revenue will be the same, but the profits will be different. Okay, so we're going to start with our FIFO profit so that we can end up with our Lifo profit. Alright, so our FIFO profit is 43,350. Okay, we're going to subtract the difference between the Lifo cost of goods sold minus the FIFO cost of goods sold. So the Lifo cost of goods sold is 82,800 minus the FIFO cost of goods sold 82,650. Okay, so we get the difference 82,800 minus 82,650 minus 82,650, we get 150. Okay, so the FIFO profit is 43,350. We're going to subtract it by this 150. Okay. Yes. So 43,350 minus 150, we're going to get 43,200. Okay, which is the Lifo profit. Okay. That's the first way of reconciling the profits for FIFO and Lifo. If we use the second format, this is the second way you can reconcile the profits for FIFO or Lifo. If you start with the Lifo profit, okay, it's the FIFO cost of goods sold minus the Lifo cost of goods sold. Okay, so the trick here is this. Since it's the Lifo profit, so at the end here to be the Lifo cost of goods sold. Okay, then here, since it's the FIFO profit, okay, so you put it at the end here. That's how you can. The question asks you to reconcile the profits and you have forgotten the format. Okay, you just okay, I'm starting with my FIFO profit. Then when I'm subtracting the cost of goods sold, my FIFO cost of goods sold has to be at the end. And if I'm starting with my Lifo profit, okay, when I'm subtracting the cost of goods sold, my Lifo should be at the end here. Okay. So if we use the second format, So if we start with the Lifo profit, it's 43,200. Then we're subtracting from the difference between the Fifo cost of goods sold and the Lifo cost of goods sold. So the Fifo cost of goods sold, 82,650. Okay, so here 82,650 minus 82,800. So 82,650 minus 82,800, you get negative 150. Okay, so we are subtracting by negative 150. Okay, 82,650 minus 82,800 is negative 150. Okay, so here our tabulation is this: 43,200 minus negative 150. Okay, 43,200 minus negative 150. According to mathematics, negative and negative make positive. So it's the same as if we're adding 43,200 plus 150, which will give us 43,350. Which is the before profit. Okay, 43,350. Okay, so colleagues, when you can apply this, sometimes in the questions after you have done Fifo, Lifo, and AFCO, you might say reconcile the profits. Okay, so you can do that. Other times, the question might not say this, but if the question is asking you to get the gross profit for all the methods, okay, just find the gross profit for one method. For example, find the gross profit for Fifo. Okay, and once you already know the cost of goods sold for Lifo and for Fifo, you can just use this tabulation and get the Lifo profit. Alright, you can use this also as a shortcut.